work out when I was trying to like prepare for something.
Yeah.
And it'd be like so extreme, which it doesn't work out for me in the long run when you're just like trying to do it all in one time for like one specific goal. So if you're, working out all the time, then you're able to, you know, eat whatever you want, whenever you want, and still feel good.
Exactly. I don't use working out to punish myself anymore.
That's great.
Yeah. Now I just use it as my alarm clock. I roll out of bed exhausted, and by the time I get to the studio, I'm okay, music's blasting, I'm here. I might as well wake up and get started with my day, and then I just feel better the whole day.
Seriously, after I came back from the gym like the other day, I was like, why do I not do this more often? Because it only makes positive things happen in your life. Like I have more energy, like I feel happier, I'm like more excited about my day. I
Yes,
want to
I
eat
sleep
healthier
better
too.
at night.
Yeah, it's like it's a lot of serotonin boost when you're
Yes.
working out. So
Yes. And I still don't understand people who get a runner's high. Like running is torture to me. I can't work out like that. I need to do something much more low impact and at a slower pace. And Legree does that for me.
yeah,
Kickboxing, like, that honestly kicks my ass. But you got to balance the toning with the what's the other one? Not weight loss, but cardio. Yeah,
yeah.
hate it.
Yeah, I cannot do cardio. I've tried. So I think that's why we probably both like Legree.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my thing now because also I'm just naturally like pretty thin, so it's like I don't feel like that's something super necessary for me to like be doing like cardio as my main exercise. I'm like I want to build muscle and be strong, so I try to do any sort of workout that uh, avoids cardio.
Yes, it took a really long time for me to realize what's on the scale is not reflective of how I look and how I feel. Like when I was at my lowest weight, I looked so much worse than I do now. And I weigh about 15, 20 pounds more than I did then. Like I was flabby. There was nothing was toned. Everything just looked sickly and malnourished. And then I gained muscle mass and I really started to see the change in my body. And I haven't stepped on my scale in like, no, I went to the doctor recently. He made me get on that, which was
Yeah.
I felt like it was a hate crime.
Yeah, I think that was the last time I got on a scale. It was like I was at the doctor and they're like, "So how much do you weigh?" And I'm just like, I kind of guessed, and then they put me on the
It's
scale.
2021. You can't ask me that.
Yeah, come on, does it matter? Yeah. I definitely feel the same way about the scale thing. I went through a time before. I think when I first moved to LA, when I was first immersed into the world of like healthy eating and like vegan and model lifestyle, I went like crazy. I was obsessing over like calories and working out and exactly everything I put in my body, which is insane. I started to find out later on when I just didn't think about it as much, my body looked better. And I
Yeah.
felt
Yes.
it's almost
That's,
like when you like obsess so much about it, like it has a negative effect on your body, like even like physically.
I mean, yeah, stress shows up physically in our bodies all the time. And when you're obsessed with something that you really have no control over, when you're just trying to live your life, that'll show in places other than your head.
Yeah. Do you ever look back at a time where you thought like maybe, oh, like I looked so bad or like I need to be more fit, and then you're seeing yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, like I look the same as I do right now, or I looked amazing. I can't believe I didn't see it then.
Literally the exact same usually. Like I'll look back at a photo where I know that I was having a bad day and I was feeling really self-conscious and just hating myself. And I look back on it and I'm like, my skin was amazing. Look at all the collagen that's still there. Why did I waste this way? Why didn't I just appreciate what I had when I had it?
I know. I'll look at photos that I took and I never posted them online because I was like, oh, like this is my leg looks weird here. Like I don't want to post this. And then it's like 2 years later I look and I'm like, I look great. And this is not the part, like that's not the like reason of posting the photo anyway. Like that's not the main focus. No one's looking at that. Like
Exactly.
such a cute photo. And I ended up posting it like, you know, recently just like as like a little throwback because I was like, this is super cute. I'm wearing all Fendi, like laughing, And can you believe, like, before, I did not see it. Yeah,
No
no.
one is looking at that except us. Like, as soon as you're looking at a photo for like longer than 2 minutes before posting it, move on. You are
Yeah,
in dangerous territory. Stop over. It's
seriously.
like trying to do your makeup with like one of these zoomed in mirrors.
Yeah. I realize that I definitely do my makeup a lot better when I'm just farther away. I
Yeah.
can faster and it looks like just as good, but when I'm all close up, then it's like every single little line has to be perfect. Yeah, it's crazy. But I have some questions here. I'm gonna go off of this a little bit. So, how would you define a positive body image? What does that mean to you?
Just thinking positively about your body. Like that's it. I mean, it's like, what is a bikini body? A body in a fucking bikini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Instagram. A body in a fucking bikini. Positive body image is just looking at yourself no matter how you look and thinking, this shirt is amazing. I feel amazing. I'm not going to sweat wearing this. I'm going to be warm enough wearing this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
who cares how my body looks in it? It's containing it. And like, I felt really self-conscious actually about wearing this shirt because I don't normally wear like underwired bras, and a sports bra did not go well with it because it's too nice of a shirt, and I had to put an underwire bra on, and every time I put one on I feel like I'm a grandma because my boobies are fake and it's really hard to fit them into cups. Like there's either spillage or there's like an empty space, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'll just do it from like here up so no one can see. But the shirt is fucking cute.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
fucking
thank
loving
you.
it.
Yeah, you look great in it. It makes me so happy.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of what the name of that top is. I always don't know. Like, I know the pieces, but I never know the names of them, like off the top of my head.
How do you come up with the names? That must be so fun.
Well, I don't. I don't come up with the names of the pieces. Like, I work on the pieces. But this one, the Lorenza tank, I think we
I
have like,
almost wore that, but I felt like I would get this live stream banned.
really? Well, I think we're both kind of cut off here
Yeah,
anyway.
we are. I didn't think that I thought it would split it this way, not this way. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't come up with the names. I work on the designs and pretty much everything else about the brand. But there's people that I think they like track trends and stuff, and they kind of base all of the pieces off of names. So I'm sure that has a name.
Yeah, yeah, like they all have like girl names.
Yeah, like Lorenza. I've never met someone named Lorenza though. Have you?
I've met a dog named Lorenza.
You?
It was,
What kind of
it
dog?
was a really cute dog. It was a Bichon.
Hmm. Let's see. Okay, let's see what this says. What does the ideal scenario of self-acceptance look like?
The ideal scenario of self-acceptance. I feel like I'm living it right now, not reading the comments.
Right? I know. I'm like so like in this with you, and I can only see like two at a time that are popping up, and it's going so fast. So
Self-acceptance is just not caring what others think, like truly to the core not caring, not just saying you don't care, like seeing something and knowing in your heart of hearts, my closest friends and family would never think this way and would immediately refute this. Like that to me is self-assurance more so.
yeah. So do you think that like you have that? You're the closest you can be currently to that?
The closest I can be, yes. I don't feel like I fully have that because I still let things affect me quite a bit, especially when I'm misperceived. Nothing hurts me more than that. Like knowing what my intentions were and knowing how other people received it. And you have no control over that. So that's really hard to get over.
Yeah, it's definitely hard with social media. Like people can just assume whatever of you, and when that's shared a lot, then that becomes a fact to like people that are reading it, you know? And it doesn't matter if it actually is a real fact of you. Like people will just read something and believe it, or
Exactly.
have assumptions. So I feel like that kind of plays a part in how I feel like my struggle with self-acceptance in a way where I'm a lot of times afraid of what people will assume about me, you know?
Do you then just stay silent in fear of being misperceived?
I think so. I think I do a little bit. Like I kind of I don't engage as much about drama or anything that could have like a negative reaction just because I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't be because I've been making YouTube videos since I was 10 years old. So I'm like used to comments and stuff, but I guess it never gets like very easy. What about with you?
Oh, no, I would definitely agree with you, but I also feel like you are much smarter than me in that you stay silent when you feel like you don't want to get into drama, whereas I have no filter and sometimes I can't control myself and I put my own foot in my mouth. And girl, slide me the number for your media trainers.
I don't have any. Lisa's the closest one. So shout out to Lisa if she's watching this. Thanks for connecting us. You're in great hands.
Love you, Lisa.
Yeah. I feel like I was gonna say something else, but I'm forgetting. Let's see, what else is on here? Okay, so what point did you realize it was time to take a step back and find that acceptance and positivity for yourself? Okay, yes, we kind of talked about that. When did you really have like a changing moment in your life where you started to accept yourself more?
I bit back pretty publicly at someone who it made me come face to face with my shame, and it was really embarrassing and it was really hard. And I basically went off on a radio host when he introduced me as a former. I'm not going to say it on here, but it sent me running to therapy to come face to face with that. Like I needed to stop hiding and start talking about it, because if I didn't talk about it, then everyone is just going to assume that that is it and that's all I ever was and that's all I'll ever be, and that's absolutely not true. And it took so long for me to be able to talk about it, and I had to look internally about that first.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's so great that like you come back to the internet and you're like just out here being yourself and being outspoken, even though I just said like I'm afraid to, speak out sometimes.
But it doesn't always work out in my favor. It's not always a good thing. So you are still winning here.
I'm not sure, but yeah, when did you decide to like really come back to social media and take control of your image?
I was on I restarted my Instagram after it got hacked in like 2016, but I would say around 2017, 18 is when I had been in therapy for a while, number one. Number two, I feel like I was able to look back on parts of my life in a non-dissociated way, and taking off the rose-colored glasses and really coming face to face with my traumas and talking about it and reflecting on it and really recognizing all of the feelings that I felt at those points in my life and when I had felt them before in my life, and why my reaction was so visceral when it happened then, and then it happened again and over, and it just kept getting worse and worse because I never talked about it with anyone. And therapy was a great place to start doing that before coming back to social media and deciding to talk about it.
Great. That's awesome.
When did you?
Sorry?
When did you?
When did I come to social media?
No. Like decide to like these interviews that you're doing. You're getting pretty deep and personal, even though you say that you try to stay out of like drama and things that are a little bit too deep.
Yeah, I think that there was a lot of things that I would hide from the internet before because I grew up online, and it was a lot of like being a teen girl and like being a good influence. But, in my own time, like it was very much separate for like who I was online and then who I was offline, because I was still a teenager, like making mistakes and having fun, trying everything out. So I really separated that. But I think like most recently when I turned 21 and I was like, now I can.
What?
What?
You're 21?
Yeah.
No. Lisa, can you pick me up?
Yeah. I'm almost 22. I turn 22 next month. But...
Oh my God. I immediately feel like I'm not doing enough in my life.
No. I mean, you have what, 24 million followers? You can do whatever.
Followers don't account for like you have a business, girl. You have like a business and a career, and I'm over here trying to figure out what I want to do.
Oh my God. Well, thank you. Well, I guess, so what is it on your mind? What are your ideas of what do you want to do with your career, your job, or your life moving forward?
I definitely want to keep doing the activism work because it doesn't feel like work. I feel so passionate towards a lot of specific subjects, Palestine, Lebanon, a lot of domestic issues that need to be addressed. But I also have passions in other fields, and I really want to explore them. Like I loved the work that I did in sports, but I just want to connect with my female audience more. And I feel like it's unfair to keep doing sports when I want to do that and alienate them. So I've started to step away from that a little bit.
Well, yeah, definitely with the amount of eyes you have on you, that's great that you're using it for good to speak about great things.
Thank you.
Or, not necessarily good things, but bringing light to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like your audience grew with you?
Yeah. I mean,
must be so cool.
It's definitely not as many people as it was when I was younger, because I'm so different and everyone goes different ways. A lot of people basically they went to college, they lived their college life. They're not spending as much time like on the computer. But when I meet people in real life and person, people will come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, like I watched your YouTube videos since I was like 10 years old too. I was a child. Like it's so cool." And then I'm looking at them and they look so like similar to me, like that we could be friends, and you could totally tell that, I ended up here, you ended up here. We both were doing the same things, talking about the same things, listening to the same people online. It's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That must be a really nice feeling.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that your audience changes like crazy?
Yeah, I definitely feel like my audience has changed, especially in the last few years, and I love it. I love connecting with my female audience, and I think TikTok is the reason for that. Like TikTok is the only reason for that. That's where I found them. Like TikTok is the place where I feel safe scrolling through the comments, because immediately you'll be able to see people warning you, oh, this ended up on the wrong side of TikTok, and then you just exit out, or you immediately see a bunch of girls just supporting each other, and it's amazing, and it's so fun to be in there and engage with them.
Yeah, TikTok has really helped me connect with my audience a lot more as well. Like there's parts of TikTok where I'm like, this is just so annoying, like getting banned for like, I mean, every video getting taken down because like I don't wear a bra, like I don't really wear a bra ever. But I don't like it's just a nipple, it's a nipple. People have them.
No, but they can have preteens on there twerking that stay up with millions of views for as long as it wants.
Literally, I started to say or write in the caption of all my TikToks like, "Hi, I'm 21 years old. Don't do this. Like, I'm literally of age." So I get flagged for minor safety all the time, and I'm like, okay, maybe the efforts should be pushed a little bit somewhere else with the actual minors.
Yeah. But minor safety is like the most egregious flag that they can use. It makes zero sense. I like how you're communicating with the AI that takes videos down in your comments.
And it works. When I say it in the caption, or if I say it in the video, it usually stays up. Or if I say something like, "Oh, watch this take a week to be approved," then right away it's approved.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm actually going to use that trick now.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it works, I guess so. I tried to like talk to the connections I had at TikTok about this issue, and they just sent me somewhere, and never got really a response. So I had to address it head on.
So frustrating.
Yeah. Let's see what else. I feel like I'm having more fun just like chit chatting with you than like going.
Oh, me too.
Maybe I want to see like what, I don't know, because comments could be crazy, but I would love to know maybe what other people want to hear from you. Um,
We are all ears. And if you want to ask Toulouse something, he's free to.
so cute. I wish I had my dog in here. He would honestly be crazy. He would
You
go
don't have
wild.
any pets?
No, I do have a dog. His name's Leo. He's a mini Aussie. Yeah, he has been outside today just because I've been working and I knew I was gonna be on camera. So if I let him in, he'd be like crying at the door, like trying to come in and jump on everything.
Oh my God.
He's a good dog. So it sounds kind of like he's not when I say those things, but
No, he's just excited.
yeah, he's excited.
Yeah. When they haven't seen you for a while, it's like,
Mhm.
you've been gone for years. They have no sense of time.
Yeah.
I should have brushed my hair before this.
My dog does this thing and we call it teethies. Like if we haven't seen him in a while, he goes like he shows his teeth and he like shakes himself and he's with his teeth out and it's like people when they first see it think it's like a scary thing. Like he's gonna like hurt them or something, but I'm like, no, like he's smiling. Like he's literally so excited to see us that he's like
yeah, if the tail is wagging, you're good.
Yeah,
they're happy.
trying to contain it, which is good because like I have this other dog that like my sister actually lives with now, but his name's Harley, and on one hand him when he's excited someone new comes in he's jumping like all over them so excited, but Leo my dog he wants to do it so bad but he just like holds it in. You can tell that like in his body he's like just shaking like trying to and like that's a good one. That's cute. We love that.
That is hilarious. This one just pees his pants when he's excited. It's so humiliating.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is this happening? Your video is like
So is yours, actually.
can you guys see me?
You're back.
Okay, there we go. We're back.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. Um okay, also yeah, so I've been wanting to ask you kind of about OnlyFans and how you've been using that platform to empower yourself and you know the reasons behind it. I know that Lisa has talked to me a little bit about it. She's like, Mia's girl is so great, like she's been using OnlyFans and it's amazing. I totally like support all my girls that are on OnlyFans.
I love being on that platform so much. I've never felt like, I feel like every other platform I was on, I wasn't doing the things I wanted to do. Like when I was on Patreon, the photo shoots just weren't, I dreaded doing them. I actually hated when each time in the month it would come around to have to do it. But now I get so excited because I plan everything myself. I plan every trip. I plan every piece of wardrobe. I'm actually in there. I'm the one, like my Patreon was run by an agency and this is just the most hands-on I have ever been on a platform, and being that in control of what I do, what I put out there, the content that I produce makes me so happy and it makes me so excited to share it with all of my fans. And I just love it. I love it so much. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, I'm getting a little text come through, but yeah, so you do like photo shoots like once a month and you kind of spread the content out?
Yeah, so I go on one trip a month, and until I was able to get vaccinated, I would just keep at places that I could road trip. So I went to like Carmel and a couple other places, like Joshua Tree I go to a lot just because it's so beautiful there. So I do one trip a month and I shoot like 30 days worth of content and just pack up 3 suitcases of all of the wardrobe, which is probably the most exciting part, shopping for all of the wardrobe. So from top to bottom, everything about OnlyFans is like a dream. I get to go on awesome vacations. I get to wear all of these fun clothes. I get to hang out with my best friends because I usually bring people on the trip with me because you can only do so much with an iPhone clicker. Yeah, I'm having so much fun. And the bodily autonomy that OnlyFans provides is invaluable. I really never thought that it really changed my mind about the difference between ethical and unethical sex work. I'm a huge supporter of being in power of your body, and doing so on a platform like OnlyFans, where the minute you decide you don't want that content out there anymore, you own it. You can take it down. You can do whatever you want with it. It's yours. You own the rights to it, as a woman should, of things regarding her body.
Absolutely. Yes, I love this so much. And also I can relate to the trips for content purposes. Like I've just been jet setting. I mean, like to the places that I could have before. Now I'm vaccinated. I'm about to go to Bermuda.
Oh my God, I heard it's beautiful there.
Oh my gosh, car just went by. Yeah. What did you say about Bermuda?
I said I heard it's beautiful there.
Yeah. I like I assumed right away. I was like, oh, Bermuda, like this is gonna be amazing and beautiful. And then I tell other people and they're like, isn't that where people get lost?
The Bermuda Triangle, yeah, it's about as scary as quicksand. You should worry about both of them the same amount.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm very excited. I love to do that. I definitely love picking out my outfits. Do you have like a stylist? Do you have hair and makeup come, or you just do it all yourself?
I normally don't have hair and makeup done, and for the OnlyFans content trips, I don't hire a stylist because it would just be way too many looks. But I try and shoot brand work as often as I can too, just to mix up and show range and show different things that I can do. And for things like that, I'll hire a real photographer, a makeup artist, a stylist, the whole 9 yards. Like I just recently shot with Dan, Lisa's husband, and that was a fucking production. I have never felt so cool in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so fun. Yeah,
and then my husband comes over and like absolutely ruins the mood. He's like, "So what's this for?" And I say, "Nothing, just Instagram." He goes, "Oh, okay." Leave, get out.
That's funny. Yeah, I used to just get like hotel rooms like in the area just for like a couple days, pack up a bunch of looks and just shoot it like in a super nice hotel room for a little bit, because kind of like social media, you need to kind of be traveling, you know, and now that like things we're able to do it more now, it's like I think that's a sweet spot. And then you get out like any sort of like sponsored stuff that you gotta shoot, or like if
exactly
I take all my content. Great.
Plus you don't have to clean your own house.
Literally, I was trying to say this to my friends the other night and they were like, what are you trying to say right now? I'm like, I think everyone should just always be on the move, because then you don't have to worry about like making your background look pretty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Airbnb does that for you, or hotel rooms do that for you, and every day they'll come back and they'll make the bed nice and pretty again, and they'll put everything away, and you can just keep shooting your content and not worrying about it.
Yeah, it's like when you're like an influencer, you take on the job and the role of like so many different people. So in any way that you can like cut down the work that you have to do to create content.
Yes.
Amazing.
It really is pretty exhausting. Like I hadn't worked with a stylist until like last month. It was my first time, and even like a makeup artist, I used to dread doing it and finding one and having to sit through that. But now I'm seeing the production value. Like what you put in is what you get out, and I have to start putting in a little bit more effort.
Yeah, I mean, it's always like whatever you feel comfortable with and what makes you feel good. But I recently have been missing, because, you know, during quarantine, I before then used to always have days where I'm going to events and I get my hair and makeup done and I get styled and we pull a whole look. And then, you know, quarantine happened and I couldn't do that anymore. Then I got actually better at doing my own makeup and my own hair, which was helpful. But now I miss like working with a team that's like creative and then like putting together a whole look.
Plus they also double as like a hype crew.
Yeah.
Nothing is better than like knowing that your makeup artist is so happy with their work that they're taking behind the scenes for you.
Yeah, and also they love to like ask the juicy gossip, talk about your life.
And I don't have very many friends, so being in that makeup chair is so fun.
Yes, literally. I'm like, I talk about the same things to my friends over and over, and they're just like, okay, we get it. Like, all right, can we stop talking about this boy or stop talking about this? And then I'm like in a makeup chair and they want to know all of the details. I'm like, woo, okay, here we go.
I love it. I love it. It's fresh ears for the tea.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think I'm just kind of gonna skip these questions because our natural conversations, I think, a lot better. But
I love it. Yes.
yeah. Well, this has been really fun. Nice to meet you.
I know, I'm
Thank you
so
much.
happy.
We actually, let me type here. There's a 15% off code for the people that are still on and watching.
ST Khalifa.
Let's see. There we go. See, I wish I could have someone like doing this while I sit back. How do I pin it? Oh, we're gonna leave. Okay, but if you guys are watching this still, you can shop Steal with the code ST Khalifa, 15% off. Thank you, Mia, so much for being on this.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, we'll have to do Pilates soon.
Yes. Oh my God, please let me know.
Okay, let's do it. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Have a good weekend. Tulu, say bye to everyone.
Bye.
Bye.